Okay, hasn't blown up yet. I think we're okay. Let me switch over to the game. Okay, we're good. I don't know why I did that. I started up a test run earlier, and everything blew the F up, but then I restarted, and we seem to be fine. It's always Undertale that gives me a scare, and not in the spooky way. Alright, now I'm behind schedule, but only by a little bit. So I got friends on the way to help with this stream. I'm going to have to resituate once they get here to get the camera and everything. And then they're going to be playing on another TV that we have set up over here. But in the meantime, I'm going to be streaming my playthrough of the Genocide or Bad Kid run of Undertale. So this is going to be kind of spoilery. Luckily, there's not a ton of spoilers out of context. Kind of. This isn't exactly canon. If you have never played Undertale before, you haven't seen anything about Undertale, and you manage to watch this, you'll know the characters that exist or don't exist, and what their personalities will be like or whatever, and the locations. There's some aspect of spoilage here, but not for like the actual story. I'd still say though, if you ever plan on playing Undertale on your own, do not watch this until afterwards, and then have a real good time watching it afterwards. You should also never do this. I'm only doing it because I've already done it before, and so I know how this works. I'm not going to get into the details on that because that's spoilery too. So yeah, I think we're just going to get started, and then once others show up, I'll take some pauses to kind of resituate, get people in places, and then keep going. And we're going to save this all for posterity, and it'll be a good fun time. I just got to hope that everything's able to be heard. I'm going to get the chat up over here real quick. Okay, I'm going. Get rid of that, don't need that. Alright, I guess I'm just going to get started here though until people actually come by. So, minimize this, and every time now I'm going to be scared to start the game. Okay. Let me see if I can remember how to do this. Yep, I can. And we're going to have my name as the name. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's not a space. What should the name be for this time? Names for streams are strange things. Let's see. Oh, I got candy and stuff over here on the table, people. I feel like I'm forgetting something too, but whatever. Crap. Whatever. We'll go with, my nickname, or one of my nicknames. Let's go with Poochie. Doesn't mean too much, doesn't matter too much, but that's fine. Yep. Alright. We're gonna get started. I really don't know how long this is gonna take. I may be vastly overestimating how long this is actually gonna take, but I want to give myself plenty of time. I may actually skip through. I'm gonna skip through until the point when things actually change, as in like, because you start in order to do this playthrough. At this point, you're committed if you're watching. You just do a normal playthrough, but Undertale is a game where you get a choice on whether or not you have to kill people or not. And generally you get like the actual full story if you do the run where you don't kill anyone. So I'm doing the direct opposite, where I'm killing absolutely everyone, and that's why it's called the Genocide run, or Bad Kid run, as Toby Fox prefers. He doesn't like the name Genocide run. It is like if the Pacifist run, where you don't kill anybody, is like the best story heavy option or run. The Genocide run is the gameplay. The Genocide run is the one that is just like all about challenge, and the actual combat, as you'll see, is the thing. But I'm going to skip through what you would normally see in a normal playthrough on the off chance that somebody's made it this far and they decide to play after watching me. I can at least skip past that stuff so it isn't spoiled. I'm going to try to get rid of my mouse. There we go. Let me double check before I go much further that this isn't frozen or anything, which is something I have to be constantly aware of. Okay, no, we're good. Okay. Man, I should be brighter. Why am I not brighter? Oh, wait. Nope, we're good. That's just because the chat window's on top of it. Okay. I was like, damn, that's still pretty dark. Okay, we're good. So, I'm going to skip text boxes related to what you would see if you were playing this game normally. And then the minute that things start to diverge, I'll actually show what's going to be, what you would... I'll show what you would see on this run. So, excuse me while I skip through all this. I also got to kind of remember, is there a run? There's not a run. Okay, I only got 2 buttons. That's all I need. Oh yeah, I gotta hit the switch. We have to keep playing until we get past the tutorial. Alright, yep, I'm gonna get into this fight. So this is what combat will look like for us most of the time. It's just gonna be a lot of grinding of exactly that. Because most monsters in this game, when you, since this isn't the way you're necessarily supposed to be playing, quote-unquote, most monsters are not made to fight in this way well, most of the time. So, as you see, and I'm going to get these explanations out of the way early on, just for people who also just are completely not aware. Let me get my chat back going again before I forget, though. As you can see, I earned 10 experience, 20 gold, and my love increased. My love, or LV, my level, will keep going up, and that will make all my stats go up. And, god damn it. Get me back to chat only. There we go. Alright, good. So, I'm going to level up. You can beat this whole game comfortably with only level 1. So, by playing this way, I'm going to get way above level 1, which blows everything in this game out of the water in one hit, for the most part. At least as far as the regular monsters. So we'll see. Well, we gotta get past the tutorial first. I'm looking forward to this. I always love playing through Undertale, and this is a good excuse for me to do it once a year. Although I haven't done this. I think it may have been 4 or 5 years since I've played this run through. I would have to think about it pretty hard. It's probably 4 or 5, yeah, since the last time I did this, which is also the reason why I gave myself so much extra time to do it. Because it is legitimately hard. I'm very proud of myself for ever beating this mode, or beating this playthrough. Mostly because of the end boss in this mode is known to be ridiculous. So most of this is going to be me grinding and just talking and chilling, because I don't really have to try all that hard while the grind is going. And then the other parts are going to be me dying a lot to the same bosses over and over again until I can get past them. Okay, so we're going to ignore everything you're seeing. I'm taking all these candies. There's candies on there, there are health items, and I took them all. There's a sign that said take one. I took all those hoes. I'm hungry. So normally, you'd be like, oh, I'm just gonna not kill that, and I'm gonna spare you, and then leave, and show mercy. But I'm not doing that. So, we kill everything. Literally everything. Not just the monsters we run into. Everything. We have to keep walking around until we run into every monster. So this is the first area where that's going to come to fruition. Or at least now we're at the point of the game where that's going to start making a difference. And I just got to hopefully remember to not do any of this wrong. But I'm pretty sure... oh, crap, what happened? Did stuff crash? Nope. Stuff just randomly minimized. Okay. I think we're still good. Let me double check. Yeah, we're still good. For whatever reason, everything just minimized. And I thought, uh-oh, we crashed, and this is all for naught. But, no, we're good. Also, I'm saving whenever I can, so even if something goes wrong, I should be able to pick right back up, luckily. Meanwhile, if you're hanging out in the chat, don't be afraid to say hello, because I'm already seeing more people in the chat than I expected for when I'm normally doing these when I'm normally doing my stream. Let's see if I can remember this first try. There's a path on these that you can walk through without falling through, and I'm willing to bet I'm not. Nope, I'm not. I don't remember. Oh, I had to go all the way to the bottom. That's where it is. And I was too far to the left. All the way to the bottom. That's right. And no left. Okay, I got it. It's been so long. Oh, I should have took out the... Take him out first, because he makes everything harder. So this playthrough is not completely just stupid easy. It's like, these fights, you still have to pay enough attention to get rid of the right monsters in the right order to make the combat sections easier. Miles, what are you doing in the chat? You're supposed to be on your way here. You've already done everything wrong. Damn it. I was supposed to go a little bit further. To explain a little bit more of the combat, my combat is the heart is me, and I control that with just like the arrow keys. And then on this screen, I just have to hit the button when the line is closest to the middle to do the most damage. That's all that is right now. That little mini game is going to change when I change my weapons, which I'll be doing multiple times throughout the playthrough. Oh, that's safe. Chat says watching it in the car. Great. I'm gonna have somebody in an accident on the way to be on the stream. That's great. There we go. But anyway, so when I'm in the heart mode, I have to avoid everything, obviously, and different monsters attack in different patterns, so you can kind of control the difficulty of a situation if you control which monsters are doing what attack, or at least what monsters are still in the field to do an attack. So in this case, I'm getting rid of the flying guy because he makes all these butterflies that limit my movement options, while the regular flies from the frog keep going everywhere. Luckily, every time I level up, I also I also get all my health back. So I'm not gonna really have to worry about health too much until I get to some of the actual boss fights. Which technically this is one, but this is the first time this is gonna get sad for me. Maybe. I can't talk about how much I love all these characters while I'm killing them in the face. But these characters are really great. Anybody who's already played through Undertale is just going to really enjoy this part, and I'm not going to comment on it too much. Anybody who hasn't played Undertale and still made it this far, play Undertale. You do get to enjoy this jaunty music, though. Yeah, you can't kill ghosts. We're sort of incorporeal and all. I was just lowering my HP because I didn't want to be rude. Sorry, I just made this more awkward. Pretend you beat me. Ooh. I lost an experience point trying to kill a ghost. Okay, so we're getting on to the end of the area. Yeah. Sell me... I'm going to be rich by the end of this, because this is killing stuff. I just started this. Is it worth it? Wow. Random chatter. I just started this. Is it worth it? Undertale is legitimately one of my favorite games of all time, without getting overhyping it. I personally like it a whole lot. there are very few people I've known who have been able to finish Undertale and didn't enjoy their time with it. I'll put it that way. But don't let overhype kill it for you. Don't go in expecting it to change your life or anything. But I do legitimately think it's just like a really fantastic game. It starts out very rough looking, but that's because all of this was made before the budget really kicked in, and Toby Fox just left it in. The game gets better as you go. Further in you get, the better. Leave 17 cents in the web. Yes. So yeah, if you just got this, I legit would just say like probably don't even. Well, I don't know. It's up to you. You've made it this far. So if you want to keep watching, then go for it. But yeah, no, this game is fantastic, and it's not even that. It's partly that it's not even that much. Like you can pick it up for nothing. It's like $15-20 at most, and if you don't like it, then fine. Or if it's not that great, you didn't spend that much. It's not like a $60 game that people are like over recommend or anything. By the way, Secret Frog over here. Where's he at? There's a Secret Frog. There's a little hint. There's frogs in this room that teach you stuff. And one of them is a tiny little frog up here against the wall that you can't actually see, but when you talk to him, he says something. I could be crazy. Oh, no, shut up. I could be crazy. No, I'm not crazy, I just can't remember where he is. But anyway, I love Undertale. I'll just say that. So that's why I'm streaming it. But I will answer. I'm just about to talk to Papyrus, says the chat. That's a really great part to be at. Make sure you go on a date with Papyrus. That's kind of a spoiler, but do that. Like, Papyrus is a cool dude, as you'll find out. It's a real good time. Okay. So I actually have to just walk around here anyway, in order to kill everything. If you're sold, I don't want to say just like, then quit watching, because it's really cool to have somebody else besides just my friends watching my stream. But at the same time, like, it's like, I don't want you to see too much, including Papyrus dying. I found him! There's the ant, and there's an ant-sized frog in the crack in the wall. It waves at you. Yeah, he's right here. Great stream. Appreciate it. So I'm just going to walk back and forth in this area, I think, because... Oh, wait, no, I can go a little bit further. I'm going to get to the end of this area, and then I'm going to stop short of actually going through. One of these is the way out. I don't even remember. I think it's this one. Yeah, it is. So yeah. Did I remember everything? Oh yeah, I was explaining the money situation. So on top of... Well, it's only a spoiler for this playthrough. He says spoiler in the chat. Papyrus is going to die in this playthrough. I'm going to kill everybody in this playthrough. That's the point of this. I'm sorry. I'm not proud of it, but it is what I'm going to do. Anyway, on top of getting a whole lot of experience and leveling up a ton, I'm also going to get a ton of money. So I'm going to be able to buy pretty much anything I want. Surprisingly, that still isn't enough to make this game like a pushover entirely. I need to start paying attention, because I remember to answer these puzzles off the top of my head, and talking about it is making me make more mistakes than not. I'm not going to spoil how to solve the puzzles I'm solving, or why I'm doing the things I'm doing. Like, again, if you're going to play through, then you'll see what I'm doing, but as long as I don't talk about it, you won't get the context for why it works, or what even's happening. Sometimes. Let's see. I think it's this one. Progress. I should move the chat in front of me so I can quit looking to the side. That's what I usually do, but I was expecting to have to move everything around once friends get here, so I was like, I'll just put it over here. And people aren't going to chat much anyway, since most of the people who would be in are on the way here. But I was wrong! Happily wrong. Okay. I think I actually have to stop at this point. But what I can do, I can come over here and get a toy knife, which I think should be better than my current... It's weapon attack 3. Yeah, that's going to be stronger than what I'm using, which is nothing. I got a stick and a bandage for defense. Alright, so now I got a stronger weapon. And that's partly also part of the reason why, on top of the leveling up, which gives you just more HP. I get to use all the weapons, but I am gonna have to walk back. So I thought there was fighting in this area, but nope. Or I think there is, but it's just not as common. But we're gonna go back to the frog area and do the rest of our fighting in there. Maybe. Isn't there also... Okay, I gotta go over here because there's a... Yeah, I gotta fight this guy. I actually don't know if I have to fight this guy, but I'm gonna assume I do, just to be safe. I also gotta really hope I don't F this up. Although the good news is, I can tell pretty early on if I mess up this playthrough. I'll be able to tell pretty quick. Where is people to fight? I think I gotta go all the way back here. Right? I guess so, yeah. So this is what most of the playthrough is going to be through. Yeah, it's just going to be me walking back and forth, getting into random fights. I have to get into all the random fights. There is actually a set number of enemies in each area that can show up randomly. It's not infinite like it is in most RPGs. So I'm just going to be walking back and forth after I get all of the stuff done in an area before I get to the next story point. And I just have to kill every single enemy in the area, which is why this isn't hard necessarily, but it takes time, because this is obviously nothing that I can force to happen. I can't even remember how long it took me to do this the first time. I don't know if I did this in one sitting the first time. I might have done it in a couple of sittings, but I'm gonna try my best to get through it all tonight. We'll see how much how long this first area takes, and then I'll have a better judgment. Because I also know this area has the least amount of enemies. I want to say it's like 30 something, but I really don't remember. I'll probably get actual numbers when other people get here and can be doing stuff for me on the side while I'm playing. Like I can ask one of them to like look up info and stuff. Cause I really don't want to slow this down too much. But it's not like it's an official thing. I'm not doing this for anything else more than fun. And the recording afterwards will be a lot of fun. I got 3 friends coming. I only had 1 friend confirmed yesterday to come over, and then earlier today I confirmed 2 more who are going to come over and be on stream. I don't know if they're going to all make it to the end of the stream with me, but that should make things at least a little bit more interesting to watch. Oops, I messed that up. Because although it's cool seeing me do like the actual playthrough, unless there's like a boss fight happening, this part is pretty like low tension. Because even if I get hit, I take like 1 damage at a time or something, and it's really easy for me to heal. And even if I mess up my attacks, you can see I'm doing like half damage every hit, even at the lowest amount of damage. Like this is just where this is. The other reason why this is kind of okay to watch, even if spoiler-wise, is because like most of the characters are going to be gone. So I'm not even gonna even get into it. But so much stuff is going to be different. Where I'd say like I don't know, you'll have Undertale spoiled for you like 20%, not counting just knowing what levels there are in the game or what the game looks like and what the music is like, that kind of stuff. Not counting that, as far as like actual content, I put like a 20% on it, maybe. It's very hard to do. It's a weird thing. I'm gonna quit talking about it because I don't like it. And this is all still in honor of my month of Spooks stream, which is where I'm streaming scary games throughout the month of October. And October's already almost over. Undertale isn't exactly scary, but it has to do with like spooks and monsters and stuff. So that was my beginning excuse to play through it 2 Octobers ago, I think, when I started doing this. I play through a lot of games that just are either gory or not necessarily actually scary. I played the one and only actually scary game on stream yesterday, and I did not last long. I'm gonna go back to playing it again more throughout the rest of the month, and hopefully try to get it beat before the end of the month. But I'm not making any promises because it just takes a lot of energy in order to play like actually scary games when you're here on your own. Plus, I'm in an apartment, so I can't be too loud, or at least I don't want to be. I just don't want to having to deal with it. My neighbors are loud enough, so they shouldn't really complain. But you know, I'm streaming on weeknights, so I really don't want to rock the boat, as it were. But I'm playing through actually scary game and one other kind of more along the lines of this, which is just like I try to aim for games that people haven't heard of and are just interesting to watch, on top of being scary and or having like scary themes, blood and gore. Not even blood and gore, but just like I guess all the games I've done so far have had that, but that's not as important. I guess Yomawari wasn't really gory. It was just mostly about spooks. There was a lot of ghosts and yokai in that. That's another really good playthrough. Although there were little girls committing suicide, so it was pretty gory. Oh, so we've hit that point. So there was a lot less than I expected. So this whole playthrough may be a lot faster. So what would be a random fight is just, but nobody came. That means that there's nobody left in this entire area. I have cleared out the area of all the monsters. And then you notice the music's changed. It's gotten a lot deeper and scarier. Everything in this game is now aware that what I am doing, and it has switched entirely. The frogs are gone because they're dead. The frogs were a random fight with me, and the frogs in here that normally teach you how to play and stuff, they're dead. I killed them. So they're not there anymore. So now we can actually go through and finish this. So as long as I continue doing this, I'll stay in this playthrough of the game. I just can't let anything live. It's not friendly. It's not nice. But it is interesting. Because it's not just the lack of characters and story development, it's just that things go a different way. Like, there is a different story here that actually teaches you more about the world. Not in a way where everybody should play this to get the full story, but in the way that it's just really interesting if you're willing to go through with it. So now, at this point, this is all going to be different. It's all going to be slightly different. The overall, at the beginning, it's going to be kind of like on the same path that the original game took, but you'll notice that the chat is all different, or the text, the wording is all different. I'm not going to commit to reading all of it or voice acting all of it like I have in previous. Maybe I will, but for right now, my voice is already getting scratchy. I gotta get something to drink before I go too much further. Can I just go? Okay, yeah, I can just go. Okay, I can't just go. I like how she's just like, hey, what the F are you doing? Come on now. Okay, now let's see if I can leave. I actually think I have to talk to her first. I have to go through this talk and then I can leave. I don't want to take a nap. Still. I don't want nothing. Actually, no, I have to ask to go home. Okay. I'm gonna try to, like, blink through the text at a speed where you should be able to... I don't want to go too slowly, but you should be able to get the gist of what was said. Or just slow down the video and then you'll be able to, like, see the actual text. But again, you should probably recognize a lot of this already and will have already played through normally if you're watching this. I might actually have to get off stream for like a minute or two to help people park, but it shouldn't be very long. Well, most viewers are gone now, but I am still happy there was one person who legitimately was not someone I knew. That makes this whole stream worth it, just the one person. Okay, so Toriel doesn't want us to leave because she wants us to take care of us. And she wants us to prove that we're strong enough. Yeah, I'm strong enough. Trust me, I'm strong enough. Well, you know, I'm a bad person. I almost feel bad because I know it's one of those situations where, yes, it's just a game, but I also know that Toby Fox, the creator of this game, the one-man creator for the most part, no, I shouldn't say that, but the main creator doesn't like when people stream this, I feel like, or at least, I don't know. It was put in more to make a point than to be something that you, like, show off. But it's been so long after the game's come out now. You know, it's not as big of a deal, and most people already know what happens. Also, I feel like. We're still friends even after all these years. I wonder if that's actually... I don't know if my save file for this game is on here, but he may be referring to the last time I actually did this playthrough, which would be really great. Because he mentioned, oh, you're still Poochie, right? Little has changed after all these years. He said that. It'd be really awesome if they remember, if my save file was still on here and they remembered that I did this years ago. But I can't really remember if that's the case, or I can't really know that off the top of my head. Okay, so we're out of the ruins. That took 40 minutes-ish. That took like 35 minutes, because I started late. And knowing how many areas are in this game, and this may actually be looking more at like a possibly ignoring the boss fights, just the in-between parts might be a total of like 3 hours of gameplay. And then how I do on the bosses could actually go pretty quick and easy. Just because I already know what to expect, but that doesn't make it any easier to deal with. But we'll see. So there will be a lot of characters referring to the fact that I'm not talking or making any kind of a different face, which is different from the main, the actual normal path. Wow, we guess that's settled. So Sans already knows what up. Okay, so there's not as many as the save after the game knows what I'm doing. The save points just let me know how many enemies are left in the area to move on. So these numbers are all immediately smaller than I remembered. So this may not take nearly as long. Well, it'll take a while. We'll see. If it doesn't take as long, then we may just end up streaming some other stuff with the friends. But you know, doesn't hurt. Okay. So I don't need any of this early on. I don't need this stick at all. Can I throw that stuff out? Yeah. I'm mostly just going to be making room for... Actually, I think I needed that glove. Whatever. I'll find something better anyway. I don't even know where I got that glove from. Or at least my Tuesday pretty good. Yeah, I think for the most part I'm just going to let these play out. Especially because once I get friends here, I'm not gonna be able to do. I mean, I'll be able to stop everyone and talk over them anyway. So I'm gonna get everybody used to just looking and reading on your own. But I will keep doing it at a speed that should make it reasonably easy for you to read through. Hopefully, I'm not going too fast for too many people. But I also don't want to go too slow. So these blue attacks, as long as I don't move, I don't take damage, which was also the same as the normal game, just so you know. So anything white I have to avoid, anything blue I have to sit still and don't move in order to not take damage from it. Well, I just took a lot of snow pieces away from him, which are all good for health. I'm just not going to talk to Sans because it's going to get awkward. I think I need to go up here. No, I don't. It's kind of impressive that there's a different remix of every main world theme, I think, in a sad kind of way for this playthrough. Or at least a lot of them. I don't think all of them, but a lot of them. Alright, so we're going to skip this one. Let me see. Yeah, I still got a little bit to go. I think there's a boss fight in this area? Yes, there is. Oh, they're not even gonna make me do the puzzle. Oh, Lesser Dog. It's almost very sad. Lesser Dog, if you pet Lesser Dog, his head gets tall. It gets a little bit higher every time you pet him, and if you keep petting him, then his head eventually goes off the screen and circles back around and comes back. That's a spoiler for the regular playthrough. I may just be giving like bits of trivia about the regular playthrough too while I go, but it's fantastic, and I recommend anybody to do that. Let's see. Alright, so this is like the first mini-boss, essentially, in that they just have a little bit more involved than a couple of hits. I still have to kind of stay on top of what I'm doing here. I want to kill one and then the other to make this a little bit easier. Alrighty. Uh-oh! Okay, I had to go to the right. The left didn't have enough space for me to get through. Oh, it doesn't give me all my health whenever I level up. I was wrong about that. So all the puzzles, for the most part, are already turned off. Now they know what I'm doing. Like, this would all be stuff that you'd learn how to do, and there'd be spikes here preventing you from moving on, but since that's not what you're about, the game just, like, turns all that stuff off. Everyone likes japes! No, I'm hurting Papyrus's feelings. Although I'll be hurting a lot more than that soon. Uh-oh. Okay. No, this is right. I'll just go through. I think I had to come down here to get into this fight. Oop. I know there's a boss fight here, and I think I have to stop in this area, or I have to go back an area to start grinding out the rest of these kills. At least I believe so. Oh, jeez. I probably shouldn't even really call these boss fights so much. I mean, they are, but at this point, they're all going to be pretty... not going to really count in that way. Can I get to random fights down here? Let's find out. That fight I got in was actually, like, a set monster that you find in this area. Okay, one of my friends just made it here from these parking now, so... But I don't know if I can fight just random fights down here. I think it might only be that monster. Nope, we're good. Okay. Just doing the coordination that I knew was going to happen. Uh-oh, I lost track. There we go. I'm gonna go back just in case the other random monsters don't show up down here. Actually, I might be able to in this little patch of snow right here. Uh-oh, I fell. Oh, somebody in chat says hi. Hello. Let's see if I can get into a random fight right here. Okay, I don't think I can get into a fight here, so I'm gonna go back a little bit further. I should be able to get into fights here. No, I don't think you can ever get into a fight next to a save point. So I'm gonna... Okay, this area I should be able to get... No, there's not usually fights where there's puzzles. One more spot. One more area back. Maybe? I think? Oh my god. There's a lot of areas with... Okay, I know this area is an area where you can get fights. So I'm just gonna hang out here. Or am I crazy? I'm pretty sure. But now that I think about it, you can push that snowball into the hole. So I don't think... And I don't remember fights interrupting that, so maybe not. Gonna keep headed back. I just want to be sure. I know the next area is... I'm pretty sure this is a fight area. Yeah, I knew the next area I was walking into was the end of this area, so I want to make sure that all the fights are done before then. Okay, one of my friends is here, so I'm going to finish this fight and go let him in. So I'm going to be off stream for just a minute, but only a second. Yep, never mind, we made it in. Where'd you end up parking?
On the road.
Okay. It should be fine.
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
What's going on, everybody?
Well, now I gotta find a spot for the camera that makes sense. I was too lazy to do it before people showed up.
So now what? How are you trying to do a camera? Is it still going to be on you, or is it going to be on
Nah, it's gonna be on like the room.
your side?
Yeah.
This would be like right there if you put yourself from.
Yeah, I'll just have to plug it directly into the computer. Yeah, that'll probably work. Okay.
Uh-oh, it's about to go dark, baby.
Yeah, so I don't know how my stream program is gonna handle me moving the camera, unplugging it and plugging it back in, but we'll find out together.
Which software are you using?
Streamlabs.
Ooh, I actually went out and did it.
I mean, it's also just the easiest to use.
Yeah.
Not like it costs money.
I think the last time I looked at it, it said that it was just like it wasn't a streaming software with it.
Gotcha. Why is my resolution so small? Whatever.
That's probably as
Oh,
high
that's
as the camera goes.
Well, no, because this is a 1080p camera, but this is actually probably the resolution of like the little square that I made. Probably. Anyway, I'm gonna unplug it real quick.
It's still working. It's not.
I know. But then the mic is still working.
Yeah. Who's out there? Cosplay for doodles?
I think it's a random.
Oh shit.
I had two randoms.
What up, boy?
Oh, it's either that or else it's Hector, because there's only one viewer now.
Hector was Infinity Triforce.
Mm-hmm. But he hasn't said anything in the chat if it's him, but he normally can't watch until like 8.
Gotcha.
So he won't be around for like another hour. Okay, so now I plugged in the camera again, but I don't know if it's going to be able to catch up or what. I might have to take the stream down and bring it back up for a second.
No.
Yeah, I mostly didn't want to do that just so I can have one continuous video of the stream, but that's fine. I'm going to save and then bring it back up. And I shouldn't have to do it again once the rest of the guys get here, because they'll already be in the place I want it.
Yeah. It's so fucked up.
Did you not watch this last time? I remember you saw like the boss fight. Yeah. It's probably them. I think I read this. Whatever. Okay, so stop the stream for right now. Be right